Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and as of last time, before the shadow has dropped. So as promised, I have made a new elf minstrel just to try out the new stuff, and her name is Alvaerelle. So, before we get started, I am not with my usual rig. Unfortunately, I am in temporary lodgings while the hot water heater in my apartment gets fixed. So I don't have my usual setup. I'm afraid the sound might be a little off, so I apologize for that. Hopefully things will get sorted out sooner rather than later. But hopefully, in the short term, the sound won't be too horrible. It might echo a little. So again, I'm sorry about that. Now, with all that being said, I have noted something. So if you create a new character, we're not going to, but I'm going to show you real quick. You say pick your character, blah, blah, blah. You go to continue. It actually lets you pick your starting tutorial. So you could start with Shadows of Angmor before the shadow, or you could skip the tutorial altogether. We're going to do the before the shadow tutorial because I want to see it. Alright. Yes, I want to exit without creating a character. Thank you. Let's get started, because I have been looking forward to this for some time.
Safety, Rivendell, the last homely house east of the sea. But speak swiftly, before the shadows deepen. From where did your road lead?
Oh, I could barely hear the sound in the game. So I'm not hearing the intro or anything. Okay. Welcome to Mossward, Traveler. I could see from the road dust on your clothes that you have traveled a great distance to be here, and so long as you cause no trouble for my folk, you are welcome to stay. It takes a hardy sort to make a living here on the edge of the wild, and folk of Mossward will gladly put you to work, if you're willing. I think you'll find the people here to be friendly and welcoming, if you treat them kindly. Talk to Geralt by the fountain in the town square, and it also gives you tips like you can move using WASD.
I see Geralt is out and about. Why not introduce yourself to him?
Oh, I will do that. Hello, Geralt. I hope you don't mind me staring. We don't see many adventurers in these parts. The nearest we usually get is that Minstrel. Says he's a ranger, but it seems to me that's just an excuse for having dirt on his clothes and disappearing into the wilds at all hours. But anyway, Mossward is a quiet village, always has been. Cause no trouble, and you can stay as you like. But first things first, you should pay a visit to our blacksmith, Scardy Benblade. He'll clean and fix up your gear for you. His shop is just up those steps. Look for his sign with the anvil on it.
The blacksmith shop is right there, up those steps.
Oh, they're very kind. They certainly point out where you're going. You know, that I couldn't figure that out on my own, but, you know. For the new player, it might have been a little confusing. Nice digs, dude.
Who's this?
Oh, who's this? Oh, this is a nosy person. He's got his own little room back here. Sorry, I'm looking in your bedroom. You're an adventurer, I can tell. What brings you to Mossward? Before you can answer, the dwarf goes right on talking. This is a quiet village, and the folk here like it that way. I assume Bevan warned you not to disturb the peace. Of course he did. He says that to me near every fortnight, as if I might summon a troop of rowdy dwarves from my homeland at any moment. Huh, if only I could. What did you say your name was? Well, hello, Mr. Scardy. My name is Alvaerelle.
We don't see many adventurers in Mossward. I suppose Mineldir counts.
Mineldir?
No adventurer, Scardy.
Well, what are you then?
I was a ranger. It is quite different.
Bah! You won't find a better smithy for miles around, friend. Put your gear on the counter, and I'll fix it up for you.
Set down your equipment.
Very good. Won't cost you anything, friend.
Well, thank you.
Not this time, anyway. Here you go. It's important to have a fine weapon.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Just carrying around a bunch of equipment won't help you much in battle, as I'm sure you know. You want to be sure to equip your weapons before you get into a fight. And because I wouldn't have figured that out, inventory management. Yeah, I have a bunch of junk in my inventory. That's typical. We're going to have to sort this junk out later, but for now, we do want to go ahead and do this. There. Now we need to find this knife. Ah, right here. Do we have anything I can get dressed in other than this stuff? Ba-ba-da-da-ba. You now have a new emote. Using this emote causes you to dance in the way of the elves. Oh! And on Minstrel, I had noticed that, and I thought I had gotten it from some quest, or because she was a high elf. It turns out that was the elf dance emote from the pre-order of Before the Shadow, so duh. Chestnut Corgi. We got a lot of stuff to sort out here. Like our bar here. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, let's do that real quick, because this is going to drive me nuts. Lock the cook slot bar. Alright. We can do other sorting later, including getting her a nice outfit, but it sounds like I need to talk to Mineldir here. Mineldir? My friend Scardy speaks the truth. You do not want to stride into battle without your weapons equipped, for they will do you little good at the bottom of your bags. He is right on this point as well. Mossward is a quiet village, and few adventurers come this way, let alone one who carries herself as you do. What road has brought you to Mossward on the border of Swanfleet, my friend? You consider what should be said of your past to the current stranger. Would you speak of your desire to see as much of the beauty of distant lands and wonders as you can, or of the dangers that even now encroach upon the lands of all free folk, compelling you to fight on behalf of those who cannot? Before you could choose the right words, Mineldir raises his palm.
I do not mean to pry. Your past is your own. My chieftain Strider always said... What is that?
The town bells. Something is amiss outside.
You want to fight too?
Follow me. Hurry.
Oh, there's trouble.
The town is afire! We are under attack!
Under attack by whom? This smells like orcs to me. Alvaerelle, but I cannot understand it. Orcs have not troubled these lands for many years. Come with me and stay close. We will get to the bottom of this and save the town if we must.
Follow me.
Well, at least you're here to help. Look there, we found the villain. show him no mercy.
That's the way.
You gonna help, or you just gonna stand there watching me? Well done, my friend.
This goblin could not have set so many fires alone.
No, there's probably more.
There is trouble to the east, Menendir. I need fighters.
Manildir.
My new friend here is capable and will provide the help you need.
I'm glad for any help you can give me. Stay close.
But what will you do, Menendir?
I will circle around and search for the one who leads these goblins.
Don't get yourself killed, okay? I just met you.
For now.
Rangers. Follow me, my new friend. There will be fighting.
Well, I can't follow you unless you start moving. Thank you. The bells are stopped. Are we safe?
I would not count on it.
I would not count on it either.
What did I tell you?
Oh, of course, at the very beginning, our little minstrel has, like, next to no skills. Ooh, I got a whole 8 XP.
Ellery, I see you met our new visitor. I like this one much more than these others.
Me too, Scardy. Come with us. Look ahead. Those are not goblins. Uruks! Hedwin!
I'm not afraid, Mother. Not afraid? This rat hasn't heard of the fighting Urukai, boys! The machinery of war has been set in motion. The time of the Orc is at hand.
Mosswood, attack!
Kill them all!
I don't think that potion is doing me much good right now. He's gonna kill me. Right off the bat? Really? Come on, girl. You could do better than this. I know you're puny right now, but you could do better than that. Wow, 16 hit points left.
Are you all right, son?
If I had a better sword, I could have slain him myself.
Alright, Ped.
I wasn't afraid.
Oh, Tegwin.
Excuse me. I might want to heal myself a tiny bit. Thank you so much for saving our son from those horrible creatures. What were they? Some breed of orc? Why would they come to Mossward? We are most fortunate you were here, stranger.
What do you make of this?
These orcs have decorated their equipment with a sigil I have not seen before, the mark of a white hand. It may be the symbol of this raiding party, but for all the hurt this band has inflicted upon Mossward, they were still few in number and disorganized. What need have they for such a sigil? None now, thanks to our efforts, but still I wonder. I will think on it, Alvaerelle. What meaning might this mark possess, Alvaerelle? Will you ask Alari if she has seen this symbol before today? Of course, usual quest guiding system, etc. The White Hand? No, I have not seen this symbol before, and that troubles me. What new danger might it signify? Medelder. For now, we should help the folk of Mossward recover from this attack. I trust you will lend your aid. You have become embroiled in this just as I have. If it is a life of adventure you seek, I assure you that you seem to have found it, or it has found you. You have become part of a larger world, Alvaerelle, and it may prove different than the one at which you lived until now. Dangers must be faced and threats opposed and overcome, if you are willing to stand against them. And not everyone is, but I judge that you will be no stranger to the triumph and victory. Well, thank you. Complete it. Instance Mossward, the border village. Oh, very good.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal, and they are beyond our aid. We will mourn for them later, but now we must focus upon those we could still help. Medelder hands you a small bundle of bandages and a pouch of bitter-smelling salve. This is the last of my supplies, but there is no reason to save them for another day. Bring these bandages and this salve to the injured residents nearby. It is my hope that their hurts will not prove serious, and these will ease the pain of their injuries. This bandage is just what I need. Thank you, stranger. Ah, thank you. Okay, where's the other one? Nope, that's a chicken. Not a ring. It almost feels like being in Archette again, but not quite. Where is this other one? Chickens. Oh, it is this guy here. I appreciate the help, but I think I will just lie here a moment more. And either he's being lazy or he's a lot more injured than he's letting on.
Thank you for aiding the people of Mossward.
Thank you, Alvaerelle. The people of Mossward sometimes look down upon the rangers that were once my kin, but they do welcome their aid when it is offered. My former chieftain, Strider, may say the distrust of such folk does not bother him, but if that is true, he is a better man than I am. A pained look crosses Medelder's face. That is true for so many reasons, Alvaerelle. I have not called the Dunedain my kin for some time now, but I would never question Strider's integrity or his courage. But look here, the Urk that led this band has something in his hand. See if you can't wrest it from his grasp. You wrest a scrap of parchment from the Urk's death grip. And it is written in the Black speech, so I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce any of that.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us. Medelder briefly studies the crumpled parchment, but then he looks up, disappointed. I cannot read much of this. If this were an ordinary day, I would be grateful to have no reason to understand the Black speech. But on this day, it is a cause for frustration. Hold, Alvaerelle. What has happened to this Urk's blade? It did not fall far from his body, unless my eyes were somehow deceived. You hear shouts and excited yelling of children to the northwest. Northwest. A crowd of children gathers around Tegwin and the vicious blade he has found.
What do you want, stranger? No, I am not giving you this sword.
What do you want, stranger? No, I am not giving you this sword. It is so much better than the wooden sword I was using before I found it, and it belongs to me now. My father says that when you're in a battle, you get to keep the spoils, and I stood up to those Urks even when the town guard wouldn't. If anyone should get to keep the Urk's blade, it's me. Well, wait a moment. You're an adventurer, right? If you promise to help train me in the adventuring arts, maybe I'll give you the sword. I'm not saying I will, you understand. I'm saying maybe. It depends on how good your training is. So, what's my first lesson, stranger? What's the first thing I need to know to become an adventurer? Find the defeat circle located in the north of Mossford. Tegwin smirks at you. Well, are you going to teach me or not? Oh, look, it's the Circle of Shame just outside of town. So how do I get to it? Oh, and before we get going, can we use this now? Let's see. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah. Journeyman Riding Trading Pack. Okay. Apprentice Riding. We have riding already, so yes, they are giving us riding from the start. Journeyman Riding, Smell the Roses. Ah, my 11Z's emote. Gotta get that one. My 12-year gift. I should soon be getting my 13-year gift. Alright, so go to skills, mounts, and you see we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's going to be at least 2 more inside the other stuff. See, one our Steed of Rivendell. And maybe the Steed of Starlight. That's certainly more than enough horses to have, since you can only ride one at a time. There's the circle. Tegwin considers the defeat circle. So what is this, he asks. You explain that adventuring is dangerous work, and sooner or later, your morale is likely to run out. When that happens, you will find yourself at one of the many defeat circles scattered around the land. Very funny, stranger. I know that fighting is dangerous. That's why I will try not to fight enemies that look to be beyond my capabilities. But sometimes it's unavoidable, I suppose. And when that happens, if I'm defeated, I'll find myself at the nearest defeat circle to where I fell in battle. Where next? Tegwin asks. So he's, in a way, by your character teaching him, it's teaching new players the stuff too. Interesting. Scardy nods as you enter his shop.
Scardy spends more time fixing horseshoes than he does forging swords.
Scardy spends more time fixing horseshoes than he does forging swords. I mean no insult, Scardy, but it's true. What use does an adventurer have with a shop like this? You explained that as an adventurer engages in combat, equipped weapons and armor sustain durability damage, and folks such as Scardy Bendblade are able to repair them, so you could keep using them. Additionally, shopkeepers throughout Middle-earth can sell an adventurer all sorts of items and equipment that will aid you on your journeys. Scardy clears his throat and speaks up. That all costs coin, young Tegwin, horseshoes and swords alike. But if that raid is a sign of things to come, I think the swords might become more in demand than they have been until now. Equipment is important, Tegwin admits, but I want to hit something. Now what are we doing? Find the training dummy located outside the blacksmith. Okay. When they say tutorial, they mean a full-on tutorial. Before you even do the first actual quest. Excuse me. Sorry. There's a lot of people here. Now this is more like it. Well, I'm ready for you to show off your combat skills, and if you impress me, I'll give up this sword. It had better be a good demonstration, or the bargain is done. You explain that minstrels often rely on minor ballads to build themselves up and prepare to use more potent abilities, Tegwin nods. Interesting. Well, let's see it. That's what the training dummy is for, after all. Alright, so. First off, let's move this out of the way. And let's move this out of the way. And let's put on these random gloves that we got, which are pretty much junk, but okay, whatever. Okay. That was alright, I guess. But surely you have more powerful attacks at your disposal. You explained that once a minstrel has built up 3 ballads, they can use a powerful coda. Wow, I want to see that. Do I have a coda? Use Coda of Fury, Coda of Melody, or Coda of Resonance on the training dummy. Okay, but do I have them? I have minor and major ballad. I have dissonant strike. Oh, that's why I have not picked a spec yet. Of course, we want our shout. I forgot just how often I end up having to sort things out here. Lesser Anthem, Major Ballad, Call to Fate. All right. I think that should cover it. Back to the training dummy. Aha! That's my quota. There we go.
One more. Show me one more skill.
That was a decent show, I suppose. Tegwin struggles to suppress any show of excitement. One more. Show me one more skill of yours, and make it incredible. Hint, press the J key to open the traits panel. Choose a specialization for your class to gain new skills and ability. Don't worry, you can always change your mind later. Well, I've already done that, so I guess I just have to use skills until I impress him. That was pretty good, I suppose. Fine. You've upheld your side of our bargain. Alvaerelle and I will do the same. Here's Mad Thrug's weapon, as I promised. You'll bring it back to that ranger for me, I expect. Mother and father will be pleased, but I still say I could have handled such a weapon. Tegwin reluctantly hands the Erk's blade to you. Now we just need to find... Yeah. Where is Melindir? Oh, there's a stable here. Where does this head off to? Lots of places we've never been yet, but we will go to. Nice. I'm excited about that part. Of course, I imagine we'll be here to help these fine folk out before we leave. Apparently they have many things for us to do.
You recovered the Uruk blade from Tegwin before he hurt himself.
You recovered the Uruk blade from Tegwin before he hurt himself with it. Very well done, Alvaerelle. Melindir gets a four-way look in his eye, and gazes over the surrounding wall of mosswood. I remember being that age and dreaming only of adventure and excitement. I was not so very different from young Tegwin when I was a boy growing up in the angle of Methythel, where my people dwell. I do not judge him harshly for taking the sword, and I hope you will not either. His parents busy themselves with the work of fortifying Mossford's defenses, and I dare say they remain unaware of the boy's mischief. I will not tell them if you do not. Alright, so what do we want? Dagger. They're all going to be about the same damage. But dagger has a critical hit chance. Sword has a parry chance. Mace has a small chance of slowing targets, but it's also slower itself. I'm going with the sword.
I have been away from the land that was my home for many years now.
I have been away from the land that was my home for many years now, Alvaerelle. I was once of the Dunedain, my friend, the Rangers of the North, and one of their several charges was to safeguard these lands and their people from harm. Their other duties, well, they are likely as far away as they have always been, and not my concern any longer. I will not speak of those today. But a peaceful village has been attacked, and some of the people slain. Will you help me replenish my supplies of the healing herb called Kingsfoil, and defeat any of the creatures nearby that may threaten Mossward? You will know Kingsfoil by its sweet smell and the feel of its leaves. Look for it on the rolling hills to the east of the village. Alright, so now we're starting to actually get quests. And he wants me to gather Kingsfoil, which also does have another name. It is the herb that Aragorn uses to heal Eowyn.
Mossford is a quiet town. It has always been a quiet town.
I want you to understand something, Alvaerelle. Something that may be hard to believe given the events of last night. Mossford is a quiet town. It has always been a quiet town. Winters can be hard if we don't fill the storehouses with sufficient food, but it has been many years since the folk of Mossford failed in their preparations. Mostly, we've had to worry about the wolves of Howling Stones growing overbold and straying too near the walls, but the Urks loose in Swanfleet have changed all that. What will we do if another war captain like Madthrung brings his band to Mossward? Could they remain hidden from our watchtowers until they were nearly upon us, as they did before? Beyond Howling Stones to the southeast, a hill rises above the plain. Can I ask you to go to that hill and look out into the distance? You may not see anything, but even that will be good for me to know. Oh my. Okay, that's one. Any other quests? It seems like there's a ring somewhere. There's several rings over here. The baker wants something.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Excuse me, could I bother you to help me make some deliveries? More of us are volunteering for shifts up on the watchtower. The new folks forgot to pack a lunch. Would you mind bringing these sandwiches and canteens to whoever's on watch? Okay, yeah, I'll be your delivery girl. I don't mind. It really does kind of remind me of Bree or Archet or Combe. But in this watchtower. Okay. Oh, and I do apologize if you hear the clicky sounds of the mouse. Wow. Mice don't make clicky sounds. The keyboard. Like I said, I don't have my usual setup, and I am making do with a portable microphone, so it might pick up more stuff. Well met, adventurer. On behalf of the people of Langaren, I thank you for all that you've done for our new neighbors here in Mossward. I wish we had been able to fight alongside them, but we weren't aware of the attack until after it was repelled. Still, we will be sure to help them rebuild. You've never heard of Langaran, you say? I would expect not, as we only recently built it. As such, if you have settled your matters in Mossward, I would invite you to visit us north of here, along the Wadewater. We had to leave much behind when we left Dunlin, and winter approaches quickly. Speak to our leader, Talfrin. I'm sure he'll have plenty of work for an adventurer. Alright, so that's another quest, but we will put that aside, as we won't be leaving here just yet. You know, all I really wanted to do was deliver some food. And I keep running into all sorts of other quests. Good grief. One, two, another one that I'm not even leveled up enough to do.
You look pretty tough to me. You're not scared of anything, are you?
Oh, another timed quest. One I will look at later.
Could I speak with you a moment?
These poor creatures are still recovering from the shock of what happened the other day. We all are, really. They could use a little attention, but alas, I cannot pet all the animals at once. But such attention often helps to calm their nerves. Could you take a little time out of your day to reassure some of the critters? So I need to calm a nervous goat, an anxious chicken, and a perturbed cow. Well, there's a perturbed cow. The cow is now only slightly perturbed instead of fully perturbed. Ooh, lunch? That's wonderful. Uff, my tummy was beginning to growl like an angry cat. I volunteered to take the noon to sundown shift thinking, oh well, I'll just have a big lunch and look forward to a large supper. I won't need a snack. But let me tell you, standing around for hours with nothing to look at but grass has a strange way of building up an appetite. Oh, but don't let me keep you with my blabbering. Off you go now, and tell the baker she's lovely and thoughtful. Thanks to you both. Oh, here's an ancient chicken. We'll take care of that. The chicken seems no less anxious, but you tried your best.
How can I be of service?
A mutton? Ooh, I love mutton. Mutton, like a button. Oh, you're still here. You, didn't hear me singing a song about mutton, did you? I'm not used to, standing around here doing nothing all day. I sing about little things I see to keep myself occupied. Please don't tell anyone. Oh, that's fine. I've been known to break out into random gibberish.
Stay a moment.
Look there, friend. The ruins to the east have long been home to a pack of wolves. They have always been content to leave us alone, and we were all too happy to return the favor. Something seems to have upset that unspoken pact. The wolves have grown aggressive. I dared to venture close to the ruins and eyed a great beast known as a warg among their number. I didn't think it to be real at first. Wargs are monsters we tell the children about to get them to behave. We have our hands full with rebuilding Mossward and recovering from the attack. We lack the strength to fight the beast. If you were to slay the warg, you would spare both ourselves and the wolves from needless conflict.
Greetings, friend.
Huh? A lunch delivery. Ah, for the no folk who forgot to bring food and drink. Well, an experienced watcher like myself remembered to bring her own. Leon gives you a wink and pats a satchel at her hip. Unless... Is that chicken, mushroom, and onion with rosemary? Liam opens her satchel. Give it here, friend. Alright, last one.
What can I do for you?
William takes a long swig from the canteen before speaking. I packed salt at park for food. I forgot to bring anything to drink, and it wouldn't do for me to leave my post to fetch something. Thanks for the water, friend, and pass my thanks on to the baker, too. I think we are finished with that one, but we still need to find a goat. Uh-oh. Wow. Got stuck there for a minute. Never a good thing. Here's the cow. We've done the cow. We've tended the chicken. Now we just need to find the goat. Ah, nervous goat. No wonder I couldn't find it. The cow was standing on top of it. The nervous goat seems slightly less nervous.
How can I be of service?
Wasn't that lovely? They seem more at ease already. I find that taking care of the critters is just as soothing for the critters as it is for the caretaker. Wouldn't you agree? Next, I could use some help cleaning up their droppings. Wait, where are you going? We got some iron coins of Cardolan. Now we need to find the baker and turn her quest in. And she's right here. Very good.
Hello there.
Thanks for helping out. These are hard times for Mossward, but if we support each other, we'll get through it, right? And more iron coins of Cardolan. Okay. I'll talk to the provisioner real quick.
Yes.
I have no repairs, but do we have anything we could sell? Let's sell that off. And I can swap that out. Now I can sell... Wait. Yeah. I don't think she uses a second weapon. She uses a shield when she can. Alright, so. We've gotten a quick start. It's definitely a very different experience. And I'm definitely seeing members of all races here in this town to help out. Next time we will continue our new adventures in Before the Shadow. But until then, bye for now.